Hello, folks of YouTube. I'm Essel. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. This is episode 4, and per Twitch chat, you should join the Twitch chat. Come by, join us live, twitch.tv/SL_TV per Twitch chat. We're very excited for this. Apparently, we're in for a total of 5, am I correct? 5 cases in this game. But both 4 and 5 roughly constitute the end game. That girl, let her go. Yo, it's a movie. No, wait, no, not again. I'm not going back to the studio. You can't make me. Shut up, come closer, and I kill her. Sorry, but you're not gonna get the chance. Take the shot, James. Okay. Okay. Took the shot. Dark Souls text, shot taken. Phoenix Wright in the hospital? Read the file, but oh, it's an old court case. Okay. The first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. That was like 5 years ago or something. Whoa, what the heck? Yo, what is this? Terry Follows. That's a JoJo character. You cannot fool me. Got murder, son's death penalty. Okay. Yo, this slaps so hard. That's a JoJo character though. Escaping, Follows met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured an Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Oh man. So reading Mia histories, her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. It was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Why was there a sepia filter? It was like 5 years ago. Yeah, literally 60. Okay, I'm not even. Sepia filter intense film grain for an event of 6 years earlier. Unless it wasn't 6 years earlier. Oh, that was so good though. Yes, the Turnabout 3 minute ago. So February 16th, so we are about a month after 3-3. Oh, nope. 6 years and a month. 5 years, 11 months before 3-3. You know what I meant. Oh, I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm gonna die. I never should have accepted this case. JoJo character, I'm telling you. Eek! Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing, I swear. I didn't kill nobody. Terry Follows, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Okay, so it was 11 years ago. Still no sepia filter. I'm just saying. Unless it wasn't him, in which case, like, unless that was like a different event, which would be kind of weird, but just relax, Mia. Make small talk. Try to relax him. I was like, I have to mute my phone, or else I'm gonna go crazy. No, not sound. Hello? No, what's on mute? What the heck? So, why did you escape anyway? Eek. Okay. Yeah, me too, dude. That's me when I'm eating, an entire cantaloupe. Don't do that. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. You did escape. But Mr. Follows, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Ugh. Sorry. I told a little lie. He's thankfully does not have Amogus eyes, but it's close. Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I didn't kill nobody. Sorry for asking, bud. You're on death row, right? I'm really, really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear, I didn't kill her. I could never do that. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then, about 8 hours later, a policeman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Follows did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Huh. What?! What? Okay, so all my theories are out the window. He's just a guy. There's just like a dude, a pre-existing dude. I'm waiting for the theme to kick in a minute. Hold on, we gotta get a quick sip of tea first. You're not gonna figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. Why are you here? Came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. Our little kitten? One thing comes to mind. Older generation from the Faye family? What happened to their dad? Nope, not the dad. Thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where's Mr. Grossberg? Ha! That old man's probably still in bed. Bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Oh! Wait! Just shot me onto the Pepe Sylvia board right now. Oh, sorry, this way. The deep lore. I forgot about this guy. Why did I not think of that? Why did that not come to mind? Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I didn't say... So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me. No. You got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine an escaped death row convict as your first client. Yeah, thanks. Wish I could get out of it, though. Relax, I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody I won't mention. He's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes, shaped like half of an Among Us, and heard that simple childlike voice, I just had a feeling he was telling the truth. So, this is the famed Goron from law school. Is this Godot? There he is! Oh, this guy. Court is now in... This guy was Canadian? I'm not doing a Canadian voice. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Follows. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers? He's just gonna have the same voice, whatever. Yes, Your Honor, I'm Mia Fey. Well, I thought this wasn't the judge. I thought it was the other judge. This guy was also around, but Canadian, right? In the other room. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. Baby Edgeworth. So, you're the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? This is brother? Okay, incredible. They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, yeah, you can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Oh, true, yeah, very Manfred. Even the turquoise in the center, like the teal color in the middle, very Von Karma suit. Young people running a trial. Not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant's not on trial for escaping prison. On the day the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Follows was responsible for... Oh, so we're here to determine if Mr. Follows was responsible for her death. You got it, kid. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Follows, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. He looks so wrong. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. A truly horrible... We're gonna do our best. Horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. They're correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was... That's the point. He almost... If he had just... It was almost the Von Karma point, too. A third witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? That was, like, aggressively... He just... Von Karma knows how to sell it with that ooh, like, that almost pog face. He's... Very good. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted the criminal. She arrested Mr. Follows at the scene, later testified against him. So good. She said she witnessed Mr. Follows throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in there are never recovered. So, Ms. Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you mentioned, that wouldn't be exactly the victim. The same woman who was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Oh, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. Only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha, the truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, yes. It's quite obvious the defendant's guilty. Hello? Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Jeez. Watch yourself, Ms. Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Oh, he did the thing! He did the thing! He did the thing! Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why you? You're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I called the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Is it Gumshoe? Let's go! Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, man, you got an idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously. My heart. It's aching. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional, otherwise I'll write you up on contempt so quick with something other than your heart will ache. Ugh, okay, I got it. Jeez, Gumshoe. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir. Right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. Stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. And that much is already stated in the unupdated autopsy report. The court would like to hear more detail about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. Ooh, color this time. Wow. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge, and the river that runs out of them is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was captured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. Does he have a family? Gumshoe? I see. Okay. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, the traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor. That's an Edgeworthism, though. Yeah. If you listen to the testimony we prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not sure. I'd like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some hoser. I'd like to proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. This is a good expression, then. Okay, now. Listen carefully, kid. One little mistake, and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. It's weird they're doing this like a tutorial case. Okay. Here we go. I'm so curious how this goes. The day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. My senior and rival at the office, a bit smug. Non-improvement the GBA cart for another sprite set for Gumshoe. Interesting. Yeah, fair enough. Unknown person started to ask to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to the Dusky Bridge at the designated time that was follows. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Criminal stuffed her body in his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Follows was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Jeez. Now, will the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kid. You keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling, it's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right. Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me, I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. Huh, you got me there. Maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you got, kid. Super Columbo? Yes. Agreed. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all night watching. Lamau. Studying on YouTube to the last second. I'd love to see it. I guess not. Probably not on YouTube at that point, but... You know. Day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. More details, please. Hold it. This unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Follows. What? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. Left a note about her phone call with Mr. Follows. A note? Yeah, top secret memo she left on their desk. Okay. According to this note, it seems the one who called her at the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Follows. Whose bright idea was to keep that note from me? Heh. So the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's the detective's fault. These must have an unknown person. Hey, now don't make that face at me. I just said that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I couldn't expect him to be so sneaky. Coaching the witness, Edgeworth. I can't believe you. I can totally believe him. Alright, anything else? Let's see. Okay, February 14th, 1:21 p.m. Follows at 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. That bridge. On that day. On the bridge. Talk to Dahlia. Hello? Was that the girl? What? Hold on. What does that mean? Wait. Huh? What? They wouldn't put. Sorry, hold on. We got backdrop issues. Ever so slight, but we'll get there. There can't be two people both named Dahlia in the same Ace Attorney game. I refuse to believe that. Fascinating. Wear white scarf for identification. A bridge up in the mountains? We'll get there when we get there, exactly. But why meet there? Because it was a very important place to defend him, that's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Follows. Heh. Turn to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. Yo, Couch! Welcome back. How's it going? It's so good to see you. Hopefully things are going well. And 23 months. We are nearing 20 years in the diner. Thank you so much for the support. Welcome back to the diner. Enjoy your emotes. Yo, always ready for an objection. Thank you so much. Welcome back. And that's when she was brutally murdered, sir. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within an hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, don't move, we got you surrounded. Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? The location was a suspension bridge high up in the mountains, so how'd they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Huh. If that's what would have happened, she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call of Mr. Fowler's, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I noticed it earlier, maybe she'd be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Okay, so what? Okay. This is clearly one of the, you know, this is clearly an evidence moment. 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Yo, ATM, what's up? Oh, you know we got maps. You know we got maps. How's it going? What's up? Certified present moment. So true. Okay. Hold on. That shit is really murdered, sir. Okay. I'm not connecting it yet. Mr. Fowler's had a car then. Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, man. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure how he feels about anything? This is the photo of the stolen car's trunk. Yo, ATM, welcome back to the diner. That's a lot of months! That's actually more cups of coffee than Godot was allowed to have during a trial by several factors. Holy cow, thank you so much for the support, dude. And we know, of course, per the lore, this is more months than it says, per the, you know, Twitch, with pre-sub-streak tracking, Twitch, like, misjuggled the numbers, we think. So, thank you so much for all the support, dude. Welcome back. Alright. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. Okay. The victim was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. Talking about a woman here. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange. Do you? Anyway. I mean... I do. I see something strange. I do, detective. Get pressed. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, man. I didn't do it. And that's all he says. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. That's what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says... Yeah. Sorry, I told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. So, like, this had to have been, like, shot open or something? There's, like, a hole through the trunk, right? That's, like, that's not a keyhole, that's, like, it was shot. Or pried somehow, right? So... Yeah, the whole kitten thing is kind of obnoxious. But I'm excited to see, you know, pre-Godot, so... That certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually, it was too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured Mr. Falls might try to run. What do you mean it's too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m., and it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kinda close. Any later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kid. There's a big trap waiting for you in the testimony. A trap? Walk into it carelessly. Leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not! Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're gonna get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. And always look for contradictions afterwards. The other famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. Oh dear. Okay, back at it again. You hear this? This is the same one as before. I mean, I just kind of want to go through and see if we get like the, you know, the double dialogue trigger stuff. Okay, we got that. Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, got that. Okay. Died from blood loss in 4. Man, like, where... How is there no blood? Actually nuts. This is weird, right? There's also no white scarf. Let's hit him with it. Yeah. Let's go. Witness. Ellipsis. What is it? You have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. This is the first time actually I've ever had to address somebody like that. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Huh. Say there, little kid. Want a piece of my coffee candy? What? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be... She's like 20, at least? Oh, it doesn't say. I'm drinking real coffee. Take it off, you're a lawyer. Okay, here we go. Detective. Alright. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said there was nothing peculiar about it, is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note? It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. That's his special request. Old photographers, yeah, exactly. I have one very simple question for you, detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? Updated autopsy report, perhaps? I see the defense a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for. Is it this one by chance? That's blue? Where'd you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. Dude, you can't just say that in court. It's the safest place I know. Hot Chat sure is a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. It looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Drizzling on the mountain? Does that affect the roads, the car? They just got there in time, but there was mud? I don't know. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Okay. Now, if the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to go on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Fallers did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. Well, that sounds quite promising. I'd like to hear all about it. Oh, yes, secretly kept the homicide evidence, exactly. I've made an executive decision, Edgeworth, in a not-executive position. Precisely. Don't forget, kid, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Here we go. More testimony. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness that shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what was going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense this bridge is very high up. It's about a 40-foot drop to the bridge, from the bridge down to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway. Let's just say it was a well-intentioned third party. I swear to God if it was Lotta Hart. Potential witness, why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. So, Dahlia? I'm not sure how I feel about that. I agree. So, as you can see... Terry Fowles had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on the bridge. Oh, the truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yeah, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Okay, so... I'm trying to, like, put together the deep lore here. So, Dahlia took the photo? But why? Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. Hold it. Who is the eyewitness? She's a college student. I should get a Pepe Sylvia backdrop. We should do that. We could probably do that now. It's a little bit too much effort to do right now, but... Hold on, let me think about it. It's gonna be useful. Hold on, let's take like 20 seconds. Give me 20 seconds. We'll pause the VOD, hold on. VOD watchers, hold on a second. Hi, we're back, VOD watchers. Okay, Dahlia. Okay, great. A female college student. Thumbnail material? That's fair. That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, man. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I can't testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. Oh, I hadn't heard that in so long. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements, that is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. Okay, hold on. There's a lot that rides on the emphasis of the words, emphasis on which words are placed emphasis here, Edgeworth. A female college student, eh? It means she's female and a college student, sir. Objection, you can't be mean to my witness, Mia. If you absolutely must hear a testimony, you'd have to give us a good reason why. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. Okay, here we go. This photo was taken by the witness that shows the Vic wearing the scarf. Hold it. The victim's wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. So, about the witness who took the photo, what was this person doing all the way in the mountains? She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Not you mentioned in this photo. This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor. No, I don't believe it's a ghost. Okay. Drizzling, huh? That's alright. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the moves in the court right now. It looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case... The point is the area was quite damp, and there's even some fog. I even slipped and fell off on the bridge. It was really something. Okay. Criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Air was moist even, understandable. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right in the stomach. Yeah? I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does that mean you pushed someone down like that once? With these mind-boggling tales, the way it says brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. I mean, look. Yes? Huh. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. Okay. Alright, here's my take. If it's muddy outside and she was pushed down, mud somewhere on her.
Objection!
2 for 2. So at the time of the crime, there's a light drizzle coming down, right? Yeah, and fog too. It's just a generally soggy atmosphere. Generally soggy atmosphere is a phenomenal turn of phrase. Oh, I forgot the hair flip. It's so good. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions of the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us to what isn't right. The Brutals from Mario Odyssey, yeah. Naturally, the answer's right here. The victim's quote? As far as I can see, there's something strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. The dusty bridge was all wet. Oh, was there an issue in the original? If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. Ugh. That's exactly right. Oh, in the original HD port, there was an issue with it. Was like the hitbox, or the hotspot, wrong? Only her neck, jeez. Okay. Oh, the other day I fell in a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beer was befouled. I do admit the scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet but not muddy. I don't want to... We have to... There's a lot to unpack here. We don't have time for that. Unfortunately, I've yet to take that, but your point is still well taken. Can you prove the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? Surface of the bridge? Surface of the bridge, huh? Huh. Real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Hair flip. Of course I can. Very easy. The scarf. The evidence is the scarf. Ah, it should be obvious. If the scarf fell into the bridge and got this muddy, it means the bridge was obviously covered in mud. Ugh! I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Excuse me? Same to you, buddy. Ms. Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me. I can't believe Edgeworth. Come on, man. I do admit there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and his scarf. Edgeworth... And, I'm not saying in Edgeworth's defense, because it's not. Boo. But, he is... It tracks. He's 20 and was an enormous success, which probably just, absolutely decimated him socially. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright. You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Speaking of people being weird. Mr. Armando, no matter what he says, a contradiction will always come down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she shot the moment of the murder. Just relax. Yeah, exactly. He's beating Diego there. At least. So that's something. The false evidence is one of those three. Well, what you said just now, I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yeah. The false evidence in this case is the... I know, right? Edgeworth is, yeah. Man. Okay. So the obvious thing is the testimony because, like, it's Dahlia and we don't trust her because she's untrustworthy. She's a relatively horrifying person. That's an easy one. However, this is also her photo. Phoenix made the biggest transition, yeah, for sure. Harder to fake the photo, though, I think, than the testimony. She's not even at court. Now, the witnesses... So, the body in the trunk, though, also, I'm a little bit sus of because I don't know what's going on with the trunk. There is something up here that is wrong. I do not know why this is like this. Maybe they had to, like, shoot it open to get her out of the trunk, is my current guess, but I don't understand. The testimony is an easy one, too, because, like, it contradicts the evidence. And she's not here for some unexplained reason. It's a no-brainer. It's obviously the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, this is what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. Huh. Not just true, it's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy wonder over there would have called him in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the witness. Testimony presented so far is not only just vague, but contradictory as well. So true. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Bring forth your witness at this time. This was the trap. What Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. Prosecuting summons. The woman who saw the events of that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Yes, we are certainly... She is an absolute master of deceit, if it's who we think it is. She has, like, the most incredible, like, charisma aura of all time. True, if we're going for the full Star Wars moment here. Witness, what is your name and occupation? There she is, folks. The face of evil. Potentially. Allegedly, so far. It's over. Everyone is so silent I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. Oh, when I look at you, how can I put it? Maybe it's someone different who also summons butterflies and has the same musical theme? Yeah, I'm sure. And whose name is Dahlia? Maybe. She like has Conqueror's hockey. I'm not reading that. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verge to have a bite. I think she's a reference to the Black Dahlia murders couch, I think. Hey, not so fast. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You're a true gentleman. Yeah, so true, so true. Ms. Faye, you can learn a lot from this man. If he's such a gentleman, he doesn't act like one to me. Sir? Yes, my dear. This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes when I lie on the stand. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause when I intentionally lie on the stand and perjure myself. Not at all. It's no trouble at all. Now then, can you please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. It was Melissa Foster. I'm sorry in advance for the perjury. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department. Different character, you're so right. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you then took this photo? Is that accurate? How can you be so mean? Ace Attorney doesn't do Amogus eyes. I checked. The same major. And also in college, and yeah. Now see here, what are you doing shoving that in her face like that? Huh? But just a photograph, it's not like it's something dangerous. Next time be forced to penalize you. I don't like the turn this is taken. She's staring at me. And you would be... Huh? I'm the defense attorney, my name is Mia Fey. She gets Renegons. I see, so you are... Wait. What's the connection? Because this was before the Phoenix Wright case. Could you please give us your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. Before Phoenix, yeah, okay. Prepare to eat dirt, Miss Faye. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wild flowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly they just began fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that I called the police. You did? Really? That's fascinating. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here. Below the vertical height? How did you take it? Whatever. Over it. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. So you took the photo from that location, eh? I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edwards asked me to. Ho ho ho, what a cute camera, just like its owner. Oh my god. Alright then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination, but I warn you, make the witness cry again, you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Okay. Okay, so we gotta be careful about pressing probably, but... I'll just get her. Right after that I called the police? How? Okay. Yep. Talk to Dahlia. Okay. How did she do this? Okay. Small but powerful model. Okay, no, the photo makes sense, actually. I changed my mind. So... No, not that one. This one. So she's standing here, they're standing like here. So she should be caught the edge of the cliff right here as she's taking the shot over here. Yeah, I'm not sure I killed the Jedi either. Wait. How did this happen? Wait, what? It didn't occur to me till right now. How... What? Why? But the bridge is out. How did... Squints. What? Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna get out the measuring tape, like... That's like most of the bridge being out. How did she get here? Did she walk down and stand on the edge of the bridge? Because how in the world would that happen? Fascinating. I didn't realize that till right now. If Terry Fowles isn't a criminal, then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kid. That girl has the judge wrapped right around her little finger. Gonna have a tough time poking holes in the testimony of hers. Okay, sure. Alright, I think we're safe to start pressing though. Hold it. Did you say wildflowers? Yeah, somewhere at 15. Yeah, 15 feet, right? I think. Question mark? 3 feet? 3 feet to a yard, I think. English, like American measurements make no goddamn sense. So, like, I always forget. 3 feet to a yard, right? Am I going insane? Yard? Define? 3 feet, okay. 0.9 meters, okay, yeah. Alright. I always say, because, like, I don't use a yard as a measurement. So I'm like, I don't know, the yard? Yeah. The mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers. But it's February. Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come. Oh, I know just how you feel, just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard till mine grew in properly. Would you mind if we go back to the facts of the case, Your Honor? Okay. So, February spring flowers. First of all, sure. Yep. The people saying okay. Go. Was there anything strange about the two of them? I'm a bad girl. I know I am. It looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there, so I decided to watch them. Like some kind of peeping Tom. No, not at all. Everyone's like that. I love watching the people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place. Too much info, Your Honor. In any case, it's perfectly natural to have been watching you. Natural for you to have been watching them, especially dressed as they were. Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. How many yards of fabric are the Emperor's new clothes made of? Suddenly, they just started fighting. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? Eh? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought you might have overheard what they said. Oh no. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it was, yeah, I think I just saw, yeah, yep, that tracks, because I just saw, you know, a yard is 0.9 meters, so. Beautiful. Or whatever. One way or the other. 0.19 somewhere, some conversion of the two. I would never eavesdrop, but you would take photos? I've got more class than that. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't try to witness down to your level. Incredible. But you weren't eavesdropping. Why'd you take a photo? Well, the two of them really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over. It smells like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. I'm a comedian, huh? Well, I'm going on this. All I could do was use my camera, so I took the photo of the Christian woman and gave it to the police. Did you? You called the police? Yes, because it took me like the murderer. It looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape. We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we'd already started our operation. That was certainly tough luck for the criminal, eh? Terry Falls isn't the criminal. Okay. That's really... I don't... Oh, of course. The classic measure... The temperature conversion. Okay, where's the starting point? Let's see. Alright. This one's tough because, like, there's a lot that I want to talk about, but I don't think the game will let us, basically. Wait. I don't get it. I tried. Hold on, my brain's in legal mode right now. Hold on, I'm engaging legal mode. Okay. Pictures of wildflowers. Pictures of wildflowers. It's raining! There's no way. There's no way. Okay, but anyway. She'll stand on the Spencer Bridge. Yes. We've engaged evidence brain. Hold on. Okay, hold on. But how are they there? They started fighting. Took the photos for the crucial moment. What happened in the moments? I don't understand. Oh, sorry, wrong one. What's even happening here? Witness's photo with this. A small but powerful model. Could the picture be weird because of the camera or something? Like it's got to zoom. I'm not buying it that the camera's the problem. It's a small but powerful model. If it wasn't powerful, if it was just small, I'd say something. Hold on, let me do this. There we go. Hold on, yeah. There we go. All right. Yeah. What? That sounds good, Hydra. Okay. Hold on. My brain's almost there. We're almost there, I swear to you. I knew they were fighting about. No, I had no idea. Why would you ask that? Okay, I heard they said... I'm trying to figure out what evidence matters. All the evidence matters in the courtroom. Okay, so I'll present my lawyer's badge and then... That I called the police. Did you do that? How did Dahlia come up in this? That's true. That's true. We need to prove we can be in the courtroom. Paper, no. Cardboard, yes. Let's run it back. Alright, wild flowers. Yep. February. I don't think that's anything. Only gold-plated, true. We could present the camera and ask to see like the memory on it. I guess we don't even know if it's a digital camera though. Slight problem there. Cause like this is what, 04? So this is supposed to be in the 90s. This is probably not a digital camera. It's thin, though? Maybe it's digital. I want to see some flowers. Alright. Alright. It's an angle. It's an idea. If we hold an L, we hold an L. We're holding an L. Okay, that's fine. Look, we had to take a shot. Okay. Elven's true. Okay. I wanted to try to see if we can snipe him on the, I don't want to like keep sitting here thinking for 300 years. Just see if we can get him on like the weird geography there. That's fine. Started fighting. Nothing else really comes to mind. Don't get this bard. I make no promises. We're on our way out right now. The photo that shows the crucial moments? Does it? Okay, there we go. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, welcome back, Hydra. Oh, the dogs. Word. So you took a photo of the crucial moment. Is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo is two people facing each other. You testified you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moments, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Oh no! My apologies, young lady, but Miss Faye's assertion is now without a certain amount of merit. You can certainly downplay the situation, can't he? I'm sorry, I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up, the film, I mean. Oh, did you now? That's fascinating. Ran out of film. This photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All of the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers. The witness herself, who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself. Mia is like, this is the most cringe thing I've ever heard of. I remember taking some photos of myself once too. Please, no details. It seems Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait, just a minute. Oh, if she's had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Ms. Foster, perhaps then you can tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Okay, the fight you witnessed, alright. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy's a sucker for sweet talk. Looks like the other kid in the room, the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. What? Oh, okay. Oh, weird. This is a weird mechanic thing, huh? The victim turned around and tried to run away, but... The victim... Why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she surely knew better than to turn her back on a criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a craggy young woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. Craggy? What does that even mean? If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river. There's still something wrong with this testimony. Only got about 10 yards where she was stabbed in the back? Yeah, okay. See ya. That's gonna be a no for me, folks. Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But I just... Ms. Faye, I thought I warned you to make the witness cry. Heh. One short testimony and 2 bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. You say there were 2 contradictions? It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, okay, so just throwing it out there, or this one, just throwing it out there. The hair flick, I'm about to destroy this woman. You know, just like, and she did. Well, then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but couldn't have ran even 5. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. Wow. What does all this mean? Oh, I wonder. But it's the judge who wanted to go into comedy, so true. It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. This beautiful young lady's been lying to the court? Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? Oh, it's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying... I'm saying that even though the bridge is currently in disrepair, I double-clicked, of course, there's no evidence that can prove the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous! You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge in the photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. Huh. That guy's good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? A coward. Well, Ms. Faye, it seems you once again made a reckless accusation. I'm sorry, I should have been more careful myself. No, it wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was the witness actually saw. Indeed. Alright, young lady, may I ask you to please receive the testimony? But it's so hard to go on. We're all on your side, Ms. Foster. No need to worry, just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. What did Edgeworth say? I wish I knew. Because it seems... So, let's see if we can figure this out. So, the bridge, per the diagram, is currently in disrepair still, but no evidence that it was during the trial? Is that was the case? Did they say it was, like, destroyed during the storm again? After he stabbed her in the back, he clearly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way she could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to talk about what I saw. Well, no. I mean, I have to say, like, you know, I think she's like, so far, is like one of the most fun antagonists we've had so far, because she's just, it's so absurd. No, witnessing such violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir, I'm still shaken up. If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished. Oh, so yeah, come on, Edgeworth. Come on, man. Well, the bridge was broken before and after, but we don't know it was broken then. Which, like, true, fair enough, but come on. Don't say that. Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. Me after a hard day's work. Make a great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. Huh. That's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please. Alright, go on the attack. Alright, here we go. Alright. Running from the crime. Updated autopsy report. Thank you, Edgeworth. Yep. Quickly picked her up in his arms. No. No. How did he do that with having the ball and chain? You can see it, he's holding the ball and chain. He's literally holding it. He can't have carried her. That's a tough one to like, just run it down on, though, so... We'll save, we'll see what's up. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way to make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Are you saying the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she did fall? Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, the photo wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy. It's in the design that has appear whenever he does. You don't mind arresting the witness? No need to be so rude. Well, young lady, of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could. Huh. One step too slow. And then, okay. He carried her over to the car. You personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off. You mean this scarf? Her words match what we found at the scene. Don't see any problem. Okay. Suppose that was the only reason the body stayed hidden. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it'd be very difficult. Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that? Well, the fact of the matter is he did. That kind of talk is just silly. Wow. Why do you get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us. Okay. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge, hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there. But it's February, right? And it was raining that day? There's also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks, they just love cold, isolated places. Weird, but okay. I think the witness is trying to say the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she saw with her own eyes. And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body. Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face... So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face? Well, they were far away, and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw. Excellent! You're a remarkably honest young woman. Slow this bothering, but what? Hey, kitten. You ever put salt in your coffee? Oh my god, what is that thing? What is it? Hold on. Is it this? Yes. You know that that meme video people like they're going around from the Jonathan Frakes Beyond Belief series, where he just, like, you know, the clip is just like 40 seconds of like back-to-back random questions. It's like that. You ever put salt in your coffee? No, why would I? Why not? Huh? It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Listen, my point is if you're not sure, you may as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence. He's right, Mia. Go present something, you have nothing to lose. By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well after all. Word. Okay. Let's just run it with photo, I think. Let's try photo. F. Your Honor, what do you think of the statement? I don't think anything of it. How about you? Okay. I guess I'm gonna... Okay. Great. No problem. We do have a penalty. Okay. Actually, we're gonna do one more actually on this because I just want to get off the table. They're gonna briefly save scum just to make just for sanity's sake. Okay. Thank you, Shrew. It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. Made this one up. Total fabrication. Well, this one was invented by a writer. Yes, thank you. Very good one. Okay. Well, we tried. Suppose that was the only way you gave me to the device I hit. Really? There was a forest right here? You couldn't just throw her in there? Disagree. Let's go! A killer not wanting didn't be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Also the river. Well, what is it? Taking a look at the map of the area and you'll see how. Oh my god. There's a river right below the bridge. I'm an urban legend. It's an urban legend that never happened. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed something interesting about the river. Well known for its powerful current. So true. Most bodies that fall in the river recovered. Ah! In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur in the same spot above the river, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order! I'm not sure if I care where you put that, Miss Faye, but I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Ooh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how sad. Perhaps Miss Faye will do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that that is what this killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems your assertion was not merit after all. But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Ugh. Okay, more testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. How sad. Cry me a river, Miss Faye. Who was he talking about? Alright, I'll do my best. Okay, brilliant. Okay, this is the first we're hearing of this. Okay. What'd the man do then? Well, naturally he got into the car and tried to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police. And so that's when you called the police. You're sure you saw that with your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100% certain. Okay, so that explains the trunk being broken into. Why do you say that? Okay. I kind of want to present the scarf here. Be like, okay, if he was so sure he couldn't leave the body or throw it in the river, but he did leave the scarf on the bridge. F. Alright, we'll try one more, then we'll reset. Okay. Again, just want to get that off the table. Okay. Oh, hold on. Literally misclicked. I was trying to present the photo. Like, argue about the breaking into the trunk. Really interesting. Okay. He carries her to the car, breaks into the trunk, which apparently is what happened. Okay. Okay, so what's up with the scarf then? I'm surprised it wasn't a scarf, honestly. I don't know. I think Mr. Armando would maybe appreciate decaf, though, because here's the thing. As someone who drinks a lot of decaf, it's good. They make less good decafs because they have to make them safe, because no one's, like, just by... Yeah, that's true. That's so true, though. The only annoying thing is, like, as like, a coffee guy, they don't make fun decafs because they make very... Like, the majority of, like, good roasters make a house blend decaf and or a decaf espresso and nothing else. So, like, they'll have, you know, 13 different varieties of single origin regular coffee, and then, like, you get the one decaf blend. And it's just hard to find, like, you know, an interesting decaf. So, every time we get, I try to, you know, find a good decaf. It's always like, oh my god, finally! A smidgen of a citrus note. Something. Give me something. But, you know, I'm just joking, but, like, you know, it's tough, because, like, yeah, at least these days, it is the best decaf it's ever been, because of, you know, Swiss water process being so good at making coffee not taste horrible, so that is something that's good, at least, but, yeah, it's tough. Everything just seems wrong. Everything seems wrong here. Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. Couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. That's so weird, though. He super could've. We have to argue about what she saw being wrong, though. Like, this can't have been possible. It's sort of where we have to go with right now. You can clearly see his ball and chain. He can't have carried her in the ball and chain. As a timer function. So she's claiming that this is what I tried to argue against a couple again with the trunk photo though, which didn't work for some reason. But I think that this is one of the whole thing is just very hard to believe. He, despite having a ball and chain attached to him, picked up an entire corpse, carried it across a suspension bridge that was wet, didn't fall in, broke into the trunk of a car, still holding the body without putting her on the ground because of what she would have gotten muddy. No blood got anywhere. That's despite being stabbed in the back. The whole thing is ridiculous. Just like fundamentally ridiculous. So I think that's roughly where we're at. The question is, how do we prove that with the evidence? What does the game want us to see? That's why I tried to present the scarf as well, because like it just seems, the whole thing just seems weird. Yeah, she actually saw everything. Oh! Yes. Thanks for the nudge, I get it now. ATM, you on the same page as me, I think? Okay. Alright, alright, alright. So, for those not following along at home, she couldn't have seen this. I don't know how I didn't catch this before, but there's literally no visibility here. You can't see it. There's a terrain in the way. Try some line of sight based tabletop wargaming, perhaps, Edgeworth. Well, Miss Foster, you've done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? Like she didn't bring out the measuring tape. She didn't check line of sight. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes? Yes, and it's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you, I can't believe I didn't catch this earlier. Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. Literally, we got line of sight. We don't have line of sight. Can't take a shot. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. Objection! Objection! Exactly. Edgeworth. Well, technically, we can't prove the outcropping was there. Technically, the outcropping could have emerged wholly formed out of an avalanche of rock. So, in that case, no proof. Yeah, you might be going for it right now. I admit the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock, however, it isn't so tall that it would stop from seeing the car. That's right, it's not that high at all. I was able to see the car just fine. Miss Faye, I see you don't have the updated landslide report. Nope, hair flip. You're about to get decimated? I'm so sorry, that just doesn't wash. Yep, I was gonna say, it's her own photo. Like, the photo has, like, a cliff in it. It's a location the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Oh! Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still, you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. I was in prone during that time, Your Honor. I hadn't stood up fully yet. My character model was lagging. Order in the court. What's the meaning of all this ballyhoo? Ballyhoo? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that this escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself she saw it. Yeah, right. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh, pardon me. Mr. Judge? I was taller at the time, actually. I had surgery since then. What is it? I think I must have remembered things wrong. Not again. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that. He did it! He did the thing again! Ms. Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes indeed, quite true. You know what they say. Error is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to the witness here. What? That's not fair. Huh. Save the tears for later, kid. Mr. Armando. Don't look back until the trial's over. Now is the time to go forward. But that wasn't fair. Okay, kid, you need to relax. You need to remember. The other kitten's testimony. Yep. So tell me, how did she know that? Von Karma cackling in the stands. I actually had a ladder with me. How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Ah! Well, Ms. Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're gonna have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness. Well, I'm certain you broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain there were scratch marks from when he broke into it. What? Let me see that photo. I mentioned this. It's true. This certainly looked like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious the trunk isn't broken open. Well, Ms. Fay, are you satisfied? Judge on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? She shouldn't have seen this, right? Until right now? Ugh. Melissa Foster, looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally. I finally got her. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Perhaps it'd be faster if Miss Fay explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was she put the corpse in herself. Owner of the car. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Only one way the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes, what is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The only explanation was, it was all a very funny coincidence. She slipped on a banana peel, fell, and slid vertically up the rock face due to the momentum of the banana peel. In doing so, landed on top of a grand piano that was somehow perched on top of the rock face, and then slid down on the grand piano, down the other cliff face, and then rolled directly into the car. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Fall's been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. This is Dolly, Melissa we're talking about. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Fallas that put the body in the trunk. Preposterous. To even suggest the witness put the body in there. If that were true, how do you explain the photo she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know at the time she was taking photographs. Have a chance, Mia. Finish this thing. Finish him. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think exactly, Couch. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed Miss Foster herself, but the timer function. Take a look at the camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why? It's almost as if she brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Ms. Fay? The camera comes with the sentient AI you see. That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed. Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Ms. Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, you'll also make clear Ms. Foster's true identity. Yes, great, nice catch earlier. True, you mentioned earlier, almost mentioned that it was the camera had a tripod, but that was actually relevant to the case. Well then, please answer the question. Oh god. Where was Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? I mean, she would have to have been, like, over here, right? I mean, she couldn't be over here. She couldn't be over here, so she has to be up here. So I'm just gonna, I'm hoping that they let me just vote for over here. I don't think we have any evidence that suggests that she saw the fight from a weird angle. Well, otherwise we could vote for, like, up here. That's the Winslow's standing right here. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Okay. Figure out where she stands if you catch my drift. I don't know where the drift is certainly caught. Okay, that wasn't great. Alright, 2 more shots. I don't understand. Okay, thank you. She can only be either... I guess she could be in the car. She could be over here, or she could be in here. Let's stay in the car. This is very weird, though. Right here, I think. In the spot where the defendant's car was. Yes, she had to put the body in the trunk before the defendant returned. You don't mind if I ask one teeny-weeny question, do you, Miss Faye? Uh-oh. Got that condescending tone in his voice. If she put the body in the trunk at the time, as you suggest, then that must mean that Valerie Hawthorne was already dead at that point, correct? Indeed. Please take a look at the top of this dusky bridge. It certainly looks to me that the victim is still alive, or am I mistaken? If Valerie Hawthorne was already dead, then who is this? The mountain is famous for spirits, so maybe you think it was the ghost of the victim. Well, it could have been a spirit, right? Ms. Faye, don't wait till all courts down with this, but this kind of foolishness. What? Anyway. I still mean the victim went to a different place at the time. What? Okay. I'm certain. More or less. Okay. Come on, Ms. Faye. Oh. No, I have not taken the necessary leap this time. Oh, unless it's this. Unless that's what's going on here. Hold on. She said she was taking photos of herself. Get her! But that's where the victim, Ms. Hawthorne, was standing. Or, which hand is it? This hand? Yeah, okay. Order, Miss Faye, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. This is like the 17th instance of they saw the Steel Samurai, but not the Steel Samurai. Defendant fled by car. But this would mean there's no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine. Of course Mr. Fowler's been with the victim. Only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Fowlers. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Fowles met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. You mean Melissa's dead? Me? Remember that it was raining and foggy in the mountain that day? Mr. Fowles himself believed the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped him get convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this as you go along. Where's your proof? Okay. And bingo. Mr. Follows had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed identification, namely this money scarf. Ah. With Mr. Follows, who requested she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. She has an umbrella, true, so true. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? No! She died. Oh, she died. See ya. Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. Shadow Realm, just like real court, so true. Yeah, as soon as you believe you've lost, the Shadow Realm gets you. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. Oh, that's me, I'm sorry. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. Set up the camera, take a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why'd she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Huh. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both away in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well, this court is in recess. Holy moly! To be continued. What a unbelievable start to 3-4. Holy cow. Wow. That was intense. Oh, really fun, honestly. I will say, at first I was like, oh, there's like a tutorial case, but it was very much not. It went fairly deep. But it was really fun. I think this was a really cool shakeup mechanically because we were given... Thanks, Couch. We were given very limited resources. So unlike a regular case where our main task is to sift through a pile of evidence and find what's relevant, here we were given very, very limited resources and asked to go a little deeper on those resources. So really interesting, really, really cool way to reframe how these mechanics work. And we're getting deep lore about Mia and Diego and Dahlia and Edgeworth. It's great. It's great. So good. So if you're watching on Twitch, don't move. But if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. I'm Essel. Hopefully you enjoyed today's VOD. If you did, consider subscribing below to find more from me. Check out the playlist above for more of Ace Attorney, the Trials and Tribulations, including stuff before and after this. And check out the channel for more Ace Attorney series and other major playthroughs like Persona. And come by the stream, twitch.tv/SL_TV, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Until next time. Peace.